Well, I got some more books in here this morning. Today's Monday morning. I'm on my way to school. So I made a delivery for some books and also this bookshelf that my dad built, I think when he was in the 8th grade. But I hadn't had to put anything on it, so that's good. I really didn't put much in this other building. Actually, I think the only thing I put in here was 2 blank notebooks back there. So I haven't had to use any of the storage yet for the books. I got a few books up here, but haven't had to use too much. I'm hoping to fill that up. Of course, if I'm using the other building, I might not even need to use this bookshelf here for books. And but I do have it available if I need it. And I don't think I'm going to use, I don't even have that many DVDs to put up there. I think that's the majority of them right there. And CDs on the second shelf there. So I need to clean up these shelves a little bit. It's getting a little messy. I was messing around with this solar power before I left. I'm getting ready to leave and go to school. And well, see, this is the best battery out of all of them. See, most of these are just about half charged. See, I just plugged this one in and it's at 6.6. So this is being charged with the Harbor Freight panels, the 45 watts. And then I'm charging this one right now with the 100-watt panel. And it's at about 5.2, 5.3 volts. So I think I'll just leave this plugged in by itself with the 100-watt solar panel. And hopefully it'll get up to something worth using. If not, I'll probably just trade it in for a new battery and get a core value. Well, I think they give you $12 at the store when you buy a new battery if you bring an old battery in. And I think this battery's about 6 point something. It might have been 4 volts without anything charging it. So I might hook these two in parallel and charge it with the Harbor Freight panels just to keep these from going dead. And I'm going to leave this one off for now because it's been charging. It's the main one I've had connected to this thing, to the 100-watt panel for a while. So I'm just going to let it sit there for maybe a couple weeks. Whenever I come back, probably I'll plug it in. I know you're not supposed to leave these batteries sitting, but I'm going to leave this one sitting for just because I don't have anything, because I'm trying to charge these other batteries without draining this one down. And if I hook these in parallel, then it's going to drain this one down and charge this one up, and then I'm just going to have it, or it might not even charge this one up, it just might drain this one, and then I'll have a problem. So I'll just leave it sitting for now. But that's enough talking about solar power. Y'all probably don't even care about that. I guess I showed this the other day when I cleaned up in here. The floor is fairly clean. Well, until I got this box in the way. Let me get this out of the way. See, it's a pretty clear path from the front to the back. Well, it's not exactly clean, but for the most part it is. I don't have too much more to bring in here, I don't think, except the main thing is books. And I've got my guitar and my saxophone, and a majority of it is books and clothes, but I don't think I'm going to put my clothes in here. I think the majority of the things I own is in this building. Except for the things that are in my bedroom right now. I've got a lot of junk in here, that's for sure. Well, I'm hoping this battery's gonna charge up once the sun gets out today. I think it's supposed to come out later today. It's about 9 o'clock, or might be 10 by now. I need to go. I need to be at school in a couple more hours. So, oh yeah, I was going to hook these in parallel. Let me do that real quick before I leave. Well, I just found some wire that was pre-cut that I had cut a while back. I don't know what I was doing when I cut this. See, I was going to hook these in parallel, but they won't even reach. I'm not sure what I was going to use that for, because, see, it doesn't reach here. Well, it might. I don't know. I guess if you had the right adapter, maybe. I guess if you hooked it in this front thing, and you might could swing them around where they could meet. I don't know. I'm not sure what I was thinking when I did that. I should have cut them a little longer. That's what, because there's a black one or a green one. Well, I mean they're the same wire, but there's one just like that. But I don't know if I'm gonna have to find it. I don't know if it's longer or shorter than that. Well, apparently I did the same thing with this black wire. It doesn't reach, so I guess I'll be cutting some new wire. I might use. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this kind of wire, or if I might use some other wire. I'm not sure what, I don't think it even matters, but sometimes this wire can get aggravating with all these little strands on it. Especially when you're trying to put it into this converter or a charge controller. Trying to get it up in that hole and then screw it down can be frustrating, because the strands, well, as you can see, I've pulled some of these strands down because they wouldn't fit in there, and it was just frustrating to get those up in there and then get them secured in there. And see, that's why I use some of this wire, because it's only one strand and it goes up in there easily. Well, I finally did get these wired up in parallel. It was sort of frustrating with these. I had to take these brackets off of this other battery. I think I might need to invest in some more brackets, because I had a time getting these things to stay on there. Well, I think these wires are so long, I had to rig it up here. I got these wires suspended up here because I didn't want to cut these wires. They were already cut like this, and I said, oh, I'll just hook them up like that. Then I won't have to cut them, and then maybe end up like a problem like this with too short of wires. Whoops. Well, I'll just put those on the ground. But I think I might need to. I know people say they don't like alligator clips like this, but I think from what I'm using them for, they would be pretty useful for this, because it took me a lot longer to just screw these on and get this wire in there and screw it in. And I could have just hooked on an alligator clip and hooked it up here to the positive and the negative thing I've got wired up, and I would have been done with it. But see, like I've got this thing wired into a bracket, but then I've got an alligator clip on the other end. I think I might just get some alligator clips, and then I can just hook this up, straight from the battery to this thing and over there. And then I won't have to deal with all these, finding a screwdriver and getting the thing screwed in. It takes a lot longer to do all that. And if I was going to have it permanently, then these brackets would probably be best. But I don't know what I'm going to do. I might buy some more brackets. That's what I might do that. Because I want this to be fairly permanent. But see, I got to switch these batteries over because they're lower than this one, and I don't want to drain this one down. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Anyway, I've got them hooked up now. So this one's charging through the 100-watt panel, and these two are charging through the 45 watts of Harbor Freight panels. And both of them together are 4.6 volts right now. But the sun's not out. Well, it is a little bit, but not. It's still cloudy. It's not all the way out. Well, I'm going to go.